Bienvenue, patrons of the Nothing Venture, Nothing Game podcast. Tonight, I, Zach, will be your keeper of sanity as we delve into the madness in our game of modern-day Call of Cthulhu. Before we introduce our intrepid and unlucky investigators of this maniacal mystery, I would just like to note that during this series, things will get dark and gruesome. So if you're not a fan of that, there is no shame in turning these episodes off and watching something light-hearted and fun instead. Still here? Good. So if you're ready, then let's begin this series of unfortunate events. Joining me tonight for the continuation of our story is Tina.
Hi, I'm Tina. I play Nikki Weller, who is a construction worker.
Fabio.
Hey everybody, I'm Fabio. I'll be playing Remy Renard, who is a Marine EMT.
Jeff.
Hi everybody, I am playing Henry Hank Ricci, and I will be your driver tonight.
Tafy.
Hey guys, I'm Tafy. I play Dr. Danielle Warber, your friendly neighborhood therapist.
And Nick.
I am Nick, playing Michael Lee, police officer.
Now, it has been some time since we last saw each other at our virtual table here, but each and every person here has had some revelations about the mystery that they currently find themselves in. When last we met, you had come to the realization that the events of the presidential congregation and the hospital gala were not but dreams. Most, if not all of our investigators woke up in a cold sweat and continued on with their day only to find that the strange and unknown had not finished with them. At least, everyone except Nikki, who seems to currently be suffering from a terrible case of amnesia about the events that transpired after she awoke. And Remy, who was trapped in a few city blocks in a never-ending nightmare as he was hunted down by the One wreathed in Yellow and their hounds, finally finding an exit into a more harsh and unforgiving reality. Now, we continue our story as a far-off yet terrible and pained scream echoes throughout this dark, damp, and stone-covered room that they find themselves waking up in, all together with only a couple possessions on them. So, like I just stated, you jolt awake, or are more likely just kind of like surprised in a way to hear a deep, pained scream. This can be heard far off in the distance, and it is just echoing throughout all the chambers that you're currently in. It is dark. Like, it is so dark you can't even see like a foot in front of your face, but you can kind of make out in the darkness some shapes around you, as everyone else is also kind of shuffling and trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like I said, this room feels damp. You can feel the hard stone floor underneath you as you stir awake.
Yeah. So, I'm guessing like we're like lying on the ground and everything like that.
Correct.
All right. So I do like a slow push up from the ground and like try to like get my bearings. I'm like looking around in the dark, and you said you can't see anything, right?
You can barely see an inch in front of your own face. As your eyes adjust to the dark, like I said, you can make out the shapes of everyone around you, but they're essentially just shapes in the darkness.
Gotcha. So like I'm gonna look around, like even though in the dark, I'm just gonna hello. I'm like touching my head. I'm just trying to like figure out where I am. I'm like doing that hard look left, look right, even though I can't see anything.
All right, I'm gonna sort of jump up and grab my bat and sort of like back away and be like, "Who's there? Who's there? I know there's somebody out there. Who's there? I see you. Who's there?" And I'm sort of like, you know how like you just back away and like you're looking around to make sure nothing's like coming at you. Like I just back away slowly.
It's pitch black in here.
And you bumped into me, thanks.
What is happening?
Right.
Do
we hear each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all within like 5 feet of each other.
Gotcha. We just can't see each other. So like now I was like, who's that?
I check my pockets real quick. Make sure.
Yeah, you feel your phone in your pocket.
Yeah, I feel my firearm
Mm-hmm.
and a
It's
baton.
shoved into your pocket.
It is because like I didn't get a chance to put the holster on my belt. I'll take care of that in a second. Nobody look.
Can't see
All right.
anyway.
Yeah, perfect.
So we do have
right.
our phones on us, right?
Yes. You as you feel around your thighs, your person, you feel the clothing you last thought yourself wearing. So, if in that last situation you were in your bed, that you're wearing your pajamas.
What was I doing?
You, Nikki, are wearing full like clothes. Like it looks like, because it's a little chilly. It looks like you're wearing like clothes you would have worn to work, but then like a jacket over it. You know.
Okay.
And
like turn on the flashlight, please, from my phone.
you all are able to one by one
Yes, please.
click on the hit the flashlight button. I'm going to need each of you to give me a D percentile check.
I did not turn mine on.
If you're turning your phone on, if
I'm
you're
probably
turning it
too
on.
panicked. I'm probably too panicked to even think to put a flashlight on.
All right.
right.
If you're turning your phone on, I need a D percentile check.
60.
All right, you're good.
43.
All right, you good?
13.
All right. Everyone's percentage is going to go down by 3. So from 100, drop it down to 3.
Well, you 5 are here, so must be reality again.
Oh, you as you open up your phone, you realize that you have no service.
I got no service, bitch.
Okay, so 3 of us have flashlights on, 2 of us do not. So I figure we should. I'm gonna turn mine off, and we'll rotate like 2-1-2 in
So like,
order to
I'm
have
now like
a
looking
constant
around
life
the room.
source.
So I'm gonna keep mine on, and I'm just gonna like scan the room to see who else is in the room with me. All right, so I'm going from like person to person, then I'm just looking for like walls or doors.
What are we doing down here? I haven't seen you guys in a bit. What's happening?
All right, so
I
I'm
don't know, but I
looking
hope I wake up soon. This is crazy.
no.
I don't know where the hell I am.
That.
I just hope I wake up soon. This is nuts. This can't be right. This can't be real. I'm just sleeping. It's one of those things where I'm dreaming, and I know I'm dreaming. I'm like, oh man, I got a dream. It's terrible.
Well, by my analysis, every time we're together, bad shit goes down. So I would just lower your expectations of waking up anytime soon.
Like I'm doing that. No. I'm like moving towards the nearest wall. I'm just trying to like. Do I see a wall?
Yes. So, as you're kind of like frantically trying to figure out just where you are, you're illuminating the room around you like in bursts, essentially, because the flashlight phone pretty much only illuminates like maybe 10 feet in front of you. But it's in a little bit wider space, so you can kind of figure out like exactly what's going on. You're in a fairly sizable room. I would say it's I'll say like maybe like 30 by 30. And it's stone concrete walls. All right. To the south of you are a few boilers, one large and the other two a little smaller, with pipes going between them and leading out of the room to the west. Not the west, the east. I'm sorry. In that same direction that the pipes are going, you're able to follow it. Is a big archway or open walk into the next room, which looks pretty similar to the room that you're in. Against the far wall, you see just stone, concrete, nothing really that noticeable there without more checking. Do we?
Oh.
You got it.
All right.
Okay.
we got Fabio. And then you good, Fabio?
I'm good.
Okay. And then to the west, you see a metal door closed over.
I'd like to know what the fuck is going on, considering nothing like this has happened to me before.
Where are we?
And why am I surrounded with all of the suspects in the missing case?
So I'm like, at this point, like, I'm not even paying attention. I'm going towards that door, and that's boarded up. You said it's a boarded up door?
It's not boarded up. It's just closed. It's a metal door and it's closed.
I'd like to walk over to Remy. Remy, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know, and I don't have time for you. Either you're real or not real, and I don't want to try and figure it out the hard way. I just want to get out of this bullshit dream. So like now I'm like looking for my crowbar, and you said like the door is like boarded up?
It's not boarded up. It is just closed. It's a metal door, but it's just closed. You see your
up here. We're in the top left room, correct?
Okay, so for everyone at home, I have provided a map to everyone. That way they can kind of keep track of where we are. We are in the room marked B1-2. So it is the top center room with the green square in it. That's where you guys are.
Oh, I was looking at this. Okay, my my eyes are crap, so sometimes
okay.
I didn't. The big open green square.
Yes, the big open green one.
Okay, now I know where I am.
Over to Remy. And I'm like, as far as we know, this is currently our reality. And then I just try to open the door.
The door is open. Remy, your crowbar was on the floor. You walked over to pick it up in order to like attempt to go at the door, but Danielle just walks over and opens the door. It's unlocked.
I'd like to keep my hand on my holster during this time.
You don't have a holster, you just have a gun.
Okay, I'd like to be fingering my gun like through the pants pocket the whole time.
That's weird. Don't shoot your foot.
I'm just going to
my holster, and this is what happens. Okay, like it gives me peace of mind and security. Danny, what the fuck is going on? I'm asking everyone I know in this group.
Wait, and you said
We
who?
currently don't know, but welcome to the nightmare.
That answers nothing and gives me more questions. You're gonna have to fucking tell me something. Like,
so I grabbed
what
the
is happening?
I'm gonna grab the crowbar. I'm looking at Mike at this point. I was like, well, Mike, if this is either one of two things, this is going to be your worst nightmare, or this is nothing but a dream. And I'm going to tell you right now, none of us know exactly where we are, but I do know one thing. I want to get the fuck out of here. Do you want to stay here? You can sit down. If you want to leave too, you're going to come with.
Yeah, I'm with Remy. I want to get the hell out of here. This is insane. I don't want to be here. And I'm just going to sort of reluctantly, like holding the bat in both hands, and just sort of move slowly towards the door that they are opening.
if we're gonna move, I'm walking behind all of you. You're all suspects in the missing case.
Fine, you can stay in the
You're
back.
still on about that?
Yes.
There's so much more going on here. You don't even realize. We don't even know exactly what we're dealing with. You want to stay in the back? Fine, but I'm moving on. I need to get out.
Also, as a cop, wouldn't you want to rush to the person in need? We just heard a scream.
Take care of yourself before you can take care of others. We need to assess the situation we're in before we can help anyone else.
So crowbar in hand, I'm moving forward. Crowbar and gun, not crowbar and phone.
Okay.
And you said there's a hallway, right?
Now, are you going to the left or the right? The door is to the left.
Left.
The door's on the west wall. There's a big opening to the right.
Always left.
All right. Haha, how predictable. So everyone, players, this is room B1-1. You guys walk in, you have phone lights, you're able to kind of take a quick look around. You see a closed over door towards the northwestern part of the room. Then on the wall nearby is a box that's hanging on the wall with wiring and piping going out of it. And then to the south, you see some pipes, some small pipes, like the just above the floor, kind of going through the wall, and then going into the wall right next to another closed metal door. So there are 2 closed metal doors in this room.
So I'm like looking.
It's hot or cold?
It's pretty humid considering the fact that boilers are on, or
That's
maybe
why I'm just kind of checking to see if it's like on or if it's like cold or room temperature. Then it's not really cold.
You know what? Just give me a D percentile roll, just straight up. I want
to. 18.
Cool. So, well, you actually because this room is kind of cut off from that. It's a little cooler in here, a little bit more temperature controlled. But the last room you were in, it was like stagnant humidity in a sense. So like the boilers were working at some point. It doesn't seem like they've been working anytime recently, but it still feels that moisture, that heat. It's like clinging to the air. It's clinging to the stone. Only like the far walls or walls where there is no piping is kind of cool to the touch, you know?
So I'm gonna give Nikki that look. No. I'm gonna give Nikki that look. What is it? Because I see her like doing stuff.
It doesn't look like it's on, or at least there's no hot water running through them right now. I don't know where we are, but it's not on. So,
you're looking at Nikki. She just kind of like you yourself, Remy. You look like you have you were just at work. It looks like you were just at work, like the clothes you're wearing and everything. You kind of realized that as you were feeling yourself, trying to get your bearings. You look at Nikki, and it looks like she literally is wearing work clothes as well. You know, like just jeans,
cargo pants, shirt, jacket. Yeah,
exactly. But it looks like, she has like a nice a nice jean jacket, because it has been on the milder side the last couple days or so, as far as you remember. And she has a strap going across her chest where the jacket is open. You can see a strap going across her chest.
Gotcha. Or like a bandolier?
No. Actually, and if you would you like to investigate said strap?
No, I feel like that's rude. I definitely feel like that's rude. We're like, yo, let me see your strap real quick. Nah, homie. Yeah, that's a bad look. But what I will do is continue to investigate this room.
Okay. What are people investigating in this room? Like I said, you walk.
Door left, door right.
There's a door to the north. There's a door to the south. Both heavy-looking metal doors. The one to the north has a plexiglass kind of window pane. It looks like it's a few inches thick. There's a box mounted on the wall to the north as well.
I want to do a spot check on the floor real quick. I want to see if some areas are more worn than others, if there's footprints.
You can give me a spot hidden check.
Okay. $69.
Nice. Oh yeah, happy June 9th, everyone.
Oh, hey, June 9th.
6-9.
So yeah, it's a very nice day today. So you're investigating. As I recall, your spot hidden is actually pretty well. It's 75, I believe.
Yes.
And so you pass. There is it looks like a worn path. It doesn't look so much as a fresh path. It just looks like the path that someone takes a lot. And you see that is like looking at the floor. You take out your flashlight, kind of you whip out your phone to try and figure this out. And you're pretty much like tracing a direct path from like the door to the north to the door to the south, and then like it's a lot deeper grooved there, and then sometimes it veers off from the door to the south to the door you just came out of, sometimes back and forth between the door to the north and the door you just came out of, and then sometimes not so much that box on the wall. As you're like tracing this path, you actually notice a light switch next to the door to the north.
Let there be light. I flip the switch.
Nothing happens.
Okay. I want to look through that, or at least try to look through that plexiglass window thing that you said is in the door to the north.
So, no roll necessary. This is pretty easy. Looking through, it's a kind of dimly lit staircase leading up. Think like, I don't want to, like maybe an industrial building, kind of looking staircase. Very different from the last set of staircase I had flung you guys onto. This looks like in a factory. This is like a stone staircase going up from bottom floor. At least that's the assumption you can make.
Okay.
But
So I'm just gonna yell back to him, like, hey, everyone, I see stairs. And I'm gonna like shine some light into the glass to see if it's like definitely going somewhere.
Yes, it looks like it is actually like going up. You see another door at the top of the stairs. It just goes like straight up.
I'd like to make a counter suggestion. Since the door to the south seems heavily traveled, I'd suggest we take that door.
The
Like,
box. And I go.
Do I
to
notice
get
the
box.
thing that I'm wearing now?
Yes. You
Okay.
realize that you are like in this time in the dark. You've kind of been like checking yourself over, like seeing what's going on.
Like something's making noise, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's something.
hold on,
You got like
that's
a
me.
weird thing on your back.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take it off and like look at what I'm carrying.
you have a tube that holds architectural drawings. Like this is something that people have normally
Like
around.
blueprints
you,
would be in. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You're used to seeing this, especially around David.
Mhm.
So can I open it and see what's inside?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
All right. I still have my flashlight on my phone.
Yes. By the way, anyone who is using their phone as a flashlight, take another 3.
Wait, Zach, you activated my flashlight for me, so does that mean I lose another 3?
Yes, you lose 3 automatically because you decided to investigate something and you were not holding a light. You have to click on a light in order to do so.
Oh,
I've
man.
activated my trap card.
All right. So what's in my canister?
Inside the canister, you do see blueprints. I would like you to roll me something. So give me 2 seconds to figure out what.
So while you're figuring that out, like I'm looking through the door and I'm pointing at Mike. I'm like, Mike, there's stairs that go out. This could be outside. Just get us the hell out of here. Is there a window on that other door?
Yeah, and it's showing light coming through.
On the south side door, right?
No, north side door.
Oh, the north side door is the one that's well traveled?
No, there is a well-traveled pathway from the north to the south, vice versa, to the door to the east. It looks like this is a very well-traveled location. Okay. So, Nikki, give me a spot hidden.
Okay, that one's not terrible. I have to roll under?
Yes, everything is roll under.
Good.
What'd you get?
42, and mine's 55, so.
Cool.
Good.
All right. So, you see actually very, what you see as you kind of like lay out the paper within is actually something that's pretty familiar to you. And especially to you, it looks like the plans to an atrium, specifically ones that kind of match the same dimensions and everything that of the one that you just finished building a few months ago or not too long ago in Mount Sinai in Greenwich Village.
Yeah, about 3 months. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
that's it. That's the only set.
That's it. It looks like a few different sheets of it, and they have different kind of street locations on them, various points around the city. But they all have this design, this shape. Yeah, and there's, markings that you're used to seeing on architectural drawings, where there's has some editing done, like arrows and just little numbers and just figure things out there. There's also some markings in the margin. You're not really too sure what it is weird symbols and everything. And
do I not recognize the handwriting?
The handwriting,
if it's mine or David's,
is neither of yours.
Okay.
If you are going to attempt to remember, I need an intelligence check.
Why I still have this? I was happy to be done with this project. Oh, 22. Yes.
Cool. What is your intelligence?
35.
That's
okay. That is a failure right now because you needed to get a very hard success. You have a splitting headache right now. And with everything kind of going on, it's with Mike and Remy just kind of bickering with each other, Danielle trying to butt in there, and then and then Hank just kind of freaking out in the corner, his back to the wall, making sure no one can get behind him as he stands there with his bat. With everything, your head is just pounding, and it's hard for you to figure out exactly where you see this. This is very, this seems very memorable to you. You should remember it, because of the fact that it isn't yours or David's. You do remember seeing it on the blueprints of the last one you did, of the last one you looked at. But these, you don't know, you can't recall whose handwriting this is.
Okay.
All right, what's going on, everyone?
I'm peering through the window of the north door.
Everything that
I'm gonna hold light and I'm pointing to the stairs so Mike can see him.
Yep.
Let's get the hell out of here. If the stairs, let's take the stairs. Let's get out of here. What are we talking about? Why are we even waiting? Let's get out of here. I don't want to be in here.
Remember the last time we were on stairs?
My logic
He's
is
got a point.
my logic is if a lot of people are walking through it, that door has to lead to somewhere. So I want to go through the door.
Okay, so you guys are
I'm
gonna
gonna cover Mike as he opens the door.
cool. It's locked. More specifically, actually, if you could give me a spot hidden check, since you have like a few of you with your lights on this door.
I'll do it.
Ooh, I also wish to do it.
All right, that's fine.
I failed.
Zach, where are we on the map? I think
Up where it says basement floor 1, there's like a red line. Just below that, that is the door to the north.
I fail it. 97.
Wow.
I got that backwards. I got a 79.
so that's the door where we're at.
Yes, that is currently the door that
Okay.
these guys are at.
The red piece. Got it.
Yes, that little red line. So the door is locked. And
I'd like to ask Miss Weller if there's anything in her bag that can help us pry the door open. If not, we'll try to strong arm it with the crowbar.
Crowbar.
Don't have a. Do you see a bag on me? I don't have a bag. I have blueprints. And I'm checking my pockets, jerky and dice. Why do I have those things?
And I give you the look like, where were you before this? And I just jammed the crowbar into the wall.
Whenever you guys are involved, I don't remember shit. So I genuinely don't know.
As Remy is jamming the crowbar in, I step to the side of the door so I can cover the door in case anyone runs out.
so
If we're in the basement, we got to go up because there's no way we're getting out.
So, you see that your efforts to open the door, crowbar or not, are proving ineffective. Even trying to break through the plexiglass with the crowbar, it's doing nothing. It's just bouncing off. It's like this stonework and everything. This looks like this is like a security door or a fire door in a sense. This is to prevent stuff from getting out. And it's because you keep doing this, I'm going to give this to you. Like you're actively looking over this. To the left of the door on the wall, going to like straight to the door around where like the lock area would be, is a key card reader and a number panel.
All right. So it's like after like jamming it in, so I was like, wait a second. All right, and I'm like calling Mike over. I'm like, Mike, look. And I'm pointing at the little
yes.
key card. There's a key card thing. Does anybody have a key card? Does anybody know any combinations, or like, do we just break this? What do we do?
Throw some dice at it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Was uncalled for.
Same combination of my luggage.
I look at it and I'm like,
Well, don't we need a card to make it work even before
It
you?
would help if we knew which.
Well, wasn't there? Okay, this is.
This isn't the basement of the hospital, is it? Okay.
No.
I figured I would.
You would recognize it. Yes, it is not the basement of the hospital.
That was going to be my thought, considering keycard access. I'm going to check that box that you said not many people have walked towards. And I'd like to do a spot hidden check on that box.
Yeah, the box where I was like, there's a box.
what's in the box?
What's in the box?
So going to the right of the door, closer to the wall where the other door that you came in through is a metal box plated, just like on the wall. It's around like head height, honestly, and it's a fairly large box. I would say like maybe 2.5 foot long, 1.5 foot wide, and it looks like a breaker box.
Okay. Is there a company name on it?
No.
Wait.
Alright.
Somebody go towards that light switch. And I'm gonna flip the breaker. Maybe we can get some light.
Yeah.
See if anything's labeled on the inside. You know, everybody labels all of the breakers. Maybe there's some information we can get if they label the breakers.
Very good point. Suspect number one.
Listen, you can call me whatever you like, but we're in this together right now, so we can get out of here. Then, if you need to arrest me, you can. But right now, we
There's
need to get out
really
of
no
here.
point in arresting anybody until we get out of here. So
Right? Yeah.
From across the room, I just look at Mike. I go, rude.
right.
Ignoring,
I am the only suspect. I'm the only one who even remotely said anything crazy. So
how do you know what anyone else said during the course of the investigation? Have you guys been talking to each other about it?
I don't remember.
actually, no, not at all.
So you just pulled that out from nowhere. Okay.
He's good. He's got good hunches. He's got good hunches.
I'm hitting the switch.
Ignoring all of that, I decide to read the labels.
All right. So
what do I got?
Putting my stuff away and it's going back in the tube. Putting it back up.
That's fine.
Please.
So, just give me a spot hidden, or spot hidden, and I think there's electronics. No, electrical repair. If you don't have it, give me under 10. So I need both a spot hidden and an electrical repair.
Spot hidden, I passed with a 47.
Mm-hmm.
Electrical, you said I need under a 10.
Yeah,
84. Wow.
See,
Can I ask Miss Weller to step forward since she's a construction worker?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I have that. Oh no, that's heavy machinery.
Could you work this breaker, please?
Oh, you said please. That's so nice. Sure.
Hey, sugar and spice.
We're learning. Can I take a look at the breaker and see what's up with it?
Cool. I need an electrical repair roll. We already got a successful spot hidden. I need
am
an
trained in that.
Cool.
That's a no. That's a 99, baby.
Wow.
Alrighty. So here we go. So upon inspection,
I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, some of the breakers have been popped. Although the names for, like, with the tabs and everything have long since eroded away. Been scratched off. And flipping these isn't doing anything. And as you're looking at this breaker box, you actually see the wiring and piping going up the wall and then to the right, in straight into the wall. So there is a possibility that it continues into the next room.
I go to the south side door and try to open it.
That is locked as well. This one looks to be a fairly more mundane kind of door. It looks like it is a fire door as well, but it looks like it's just locked. The lock is in the handle, So it's a metal door, but looking at this door, you can kind of see scratched out on it the words maintenance office.
Remy.
Yeah.
Please open that door.
And I do a little twirl with the crowbar and I was like, don't mind if I do.
I'm getting a dexterity check.
I got this.
For the twirl?
Yeah, for the twirl.
I want him to fail
19.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You have avoided injuring yourself.
You made me waste one of our good rolls?
Hey, you're the one who decided to do something weird.
I stack up next to Remy.
All right.
Hand on firearm to secure.
After my crowbar flourish, I'm gonna jam it into it and just try and pop the lock. So I'm jamming it right in between where the lock mechanism is and where it meets the wall, and just trying to wrench it with my body strength.
Cool. You can give me a locksmith's roll or a fighting brawl.
Fighting brawl. I'm going to use fighting brawl. That is a 65. I'm going to use 3 luck points because I rolled a 68.
Cool. All right. At 65, you're able to break the handle off.
Okay. Is the door open?
Well, the handle's off.
Okay. So I'm going to push the door and see if it opens.
It looks like it may be a pull door.
So we'll pull it. I'm gonna try to
Handle.
open this door.
With what handle?
No,
It's in the
he's gonna
handle,
pull
bro.
it with the crowbar.
Yeah, just wrench it forward. If I'm in there and if I pop it enough to break the handle off, that means my crowbar is in there somewhere to
Yeah,
wedge it forward.
that means it's probably through the other side. Pull it.
Yeah. For me to pop the handle off, that means the crowbar went in and snapped it this way towards me.
Keep trying
And
to
if it's a
explain
pull,
at the crowbar.
The crowbar.
Crowbar science 101 with
you like
So-
all my hand gestures? I'm getting into this damn door.
That's how you know he's serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so then do this. Give me just a strength check. All right, bare bones strength check. Just to wrench the door open.
5.
Nice. All right.
Double zero and a 5. Yeah.
You
ate the door. It's just you just devoured that shit.
Yo, I channeled my inner Balin and ripped it off the hinges.
So yeah, you stick the hook end of the crowbar into the handle, and you just wrench this thing off the like out of the spot it was in. The door swings open towards you, and you're looking into another room. For inference. For reference, we're in B19, which is just south on the map.
Okay.
These numbers are super tiny.
Yeah, I'm getting my magnifying glass out to. Okay, I know where we are now.
Oh, that little
Yep.
tiny room?
Yep,
Okay.
tinier room.
But this is the maintenance room, so
Where like the red thing is?
Yes.
Yes.
That
It's like a red
dark.
rectangle. Okay.
Yes, that red block was just to signify that it was a very locked door. Okay, so I will take one of you, just because we're kind of doing like an exploration kind of thing. I'm gonna ask just one person, give me spot hidden checks in rooms if you decide you're gonna actively do something. If someone wants to help, describe how you're helping, and it may give the person like advantage on the roll.
I have a high spot hidden, so
I'll help
thought it was
since it's a maintenance room, and if there's an electrical panel or anything like that, I can help with that.
I will help with opening doors or using straight up strength because I'm good at
Alright.
that.
You've already opened
and
the
I'm
door.
guessing
All right.
Danny will tell us we're stunning and brave as we do it.
Words of affirmation!
All right. The help from Nikki is enough. Roll spot hidden with advantage. So what that means is I think you're using a roller. So just roll twice, take the lower result.
15.
Okay, cool. I believe that is actually your. I believe that is your fifth value. Okay, so here's what's up. The room that you popped open. So let me move down to the thing. So this is a custodial or maintenance office. As you're looking around the room, by the way, I'm going to need people to take off 5% of your battery. Inside is a set of mostly empty lockers. A small maintenance closet, probably with supplies. A used toilet. A small moth-eaten couch.
Like used toilet? Like unflushed or just one that is not new?
Unflushed.
Oh, boo! That's the real horror story here. Yikes!
How
Clean up
old?
that
Like, we
field, damn
talking like,
self.
is it recent or like it's been here for years? Hours? Like, what's the level
I'll
of mold
give you-
accumulation here?
Yeah.
Of that.
I'll give you this one for free. It looks like it may just be like backed up. So there's a stench coming from the pipes, you know?
All right.
I just want to try and gauge how long it's been since the person's been down here. If it's been like
Who
years or if
knows?
it's been 5 minutes.
Who knows? Because sometimes toilets fill up in 5 minutes and stay that way, and it's disgusting. Anyway, so you also, aside from the used toilet, the small moth-eaten couch, you see a desk with a computer on it in the corner, and a cork board with personal pictures and a bunch of nondescript department memos spanning several years.
Okay, what's the
there's
name
also
of
I'm gonna look for.
and there's also a
look for-
light switch on the wall.
Yes. Light switch.
Does it turn on?
It doesn't turn on.
Okay. Fair enough.
I want to look for a card key. Oh, you guys keep freezing on me. Okay.
I'm sorry, Tina, what are you looking for?
Am I freezing every once in a while?
Yeah, every once in a while.
Once in a blue, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
you
froze
turn
doing
into
fist
like a
bump.
PowerPoint. Yeah, turn into like a PowerPoint.
All right. I'm gonna look for a card key.
Word.
I'm gonna try to read the memos that are on the desk.
Yeah, let's try to find out if there's a company stationery head or something. Maybe we could find out exactly where we are with an address on it, or like a letterhead or something that we could figure out what building we're in.
I'm gonna rip the cushions off the couch. Be surprised what people like lose in between.
You find
Watching Mike do something like, you looking for pocket change or something?
Yeah, all you
Cheetos.
find is pocket change in the
Find
couch.
37 cents, a stale Cheeto, and
More
a
beef
gummy.
jerky?
I mean,
fuzzy,
you never know. Somebody could have been sitting down with a card key and it could have slipped in there, you know.
Absolutely.
I'm now 37 cents richer, so joke's
Yep.
on you.
And then you got a lint-covered gummy bear and a stale Cheeto.
You got what could be years old half-eaten bag of Skittles.
Oh, you still got half a bag of Skittles. Look on the
You
bright
don't
side.
want to touch that.
That might cause the toilet.
Yeah, I guess they're all.
You know what? You know what? I keep the Skittles and I keep it in my back pocket.
All right. Yeah,
Could be like
half
chemical warfare later.
Yeah.
a bag of Skittles.
And we could mark a trail with it. It worked for ET, right?
So,
Mhm.
Ooh, piece of candy.
The point.
Ooh, piece of candy.
all right. So I'm going to go in order of the people who said stuff. Nikki,
Yes.
you're hunting around this desk looking for a key card.
Yep.
You don't find one. You're pulling open drawers. There's nothing. There's like pencils, pens, like regular ass office stationery, but it's just like paper clips and stuff, stapler. But like,
Is it like the flat, like the regular stapler, or the stapler that like can go out? So I can like.
No, it's just the regular
I
stapler.
can't have
office
anything
stapler.
resembling a gun, Zach. You're so.
It is a regular office stapler.
It's not like the little staple. Nope.
No.
From like
Um,
the 60s, right?
Is there a letter opener over there?
No, that's a weapon, yo.
There's no letter opener.
With a letter opener?
Now, Danielle and Hank, you decided to check out this cork board. Now, this cork board, Nikki. So Nikki's kind of crouched down below you, kind of going through the drawers. You guys are standing, or like kneeling on the desk, or just like standing off to the side of it, just trying to look through all of the like memos and stuff on the wall. And they are literally just like nondescript department memos, and they all go with Mr. Smith, yada yada. Mr. Smith, your presence is requested at the office at HR on this day at this time.
Okay, well, what dates and times are they?
It's like it's over a range of years. It's over a range of years, and there's also like
What's the
really
most recent one?
Most recent one. I want to say maybe 2017. Late in the year 2017.
Oh, so it's been about 4 years since anybody's put a letter up here.
But you know, it's like you see a whole bunch of stuff. There's like a nice little like it looks like they had given Mr. Smith a like I wouldn't say a plaque, but like a small little like award or like employee of the month or something, like or just like exceptional service or whatever, like just something to like keep a happy worker in a sense, you know. It's like, and there's and then you see like some tacked up photos of what looks to be like this older gentleman with graying hair, a little scratchy like stubble on his face, worn, tired looking face, also in a maintenance jumpsuit. In some of the pictures, or or like, and he wrote on it like as it's tacked up, first day of work. And then there's a picture of this Mr. Smith with like what looks to be two little girls. So this could be like his grandchildren, you know. These are the kind of inferences you're kind of making.
Well, my main question is like, is there like a letterhead with a company name or street address, or, like how they just have like the stationery that belongs to the company, or
that's a good idea.
Like just to try to find out where we are. Like, we could say, Happy Face and Sons, Hardware, 1608 Fifth Avenue. New York, like.
Does any of the photos have him in uniform that would like indicate the company he works for?
There's no signage or like any or anything on the maintenance uniform he has that denotes a company label or anything, but there is like it's too far away for you to read anything, but there's like a key card pinned onto like attached to his shirt, no, there is nothing on any of these department memos. It just says like it looks to be actually like printed out emails. So it's like, so it has the.
Does it have an email address on it? Like, what's the root of it? Like, like at Sears.com or at Walter's Clue.
It doesn't say anything that descript. The way these emails printed out. Have you ever like gone just on a website and just printed a page of a website where it has just like the URL at the top and bottom and stuff? So this just kind of has like a whole string of like URL nonsense or whatever on the bottom of the page, and then the at the top it has like the it has Mr. Smith, yada yada, blah blah blah, management. Like that's it. It doesn't even give names. It just says management.
So there's like no parentheses, like Smith M at such and such company.
No, it doesn't have any.
That's very convenient.
Did I smell anything when I first woke up? Because you could smell a dead body even if it's been decomposing for years.
Nope, just the damp moisture, probably some mildew.
Is there anything behind the corkboard?
A wall.
Okay. Could be a safe, but also a wall.
There's a computer, you said.
Hashtag rogue life.
Is there anybody who's good with computers?
That's a negative. Not I.
No. What is computer use? 5%. No.
And then Nikki was looking through file cabinets, right?
Yeah, but I already told her she wasn't able to find any letterhead or anything.
Well,
so I'm gonna cut you guys off at the pass because I kind of see the flow of this.
We just want to know where we are, Zach.
There's a power button on the tower. Press it once, nothing happens. Press it 3 times, nothing happens. Same as with the light switch.
Can I unplug things, blow into it, and then plug it back in?
Yeah, you can do the old Nintendo trick. Nothing's working. Nothing's working. Damn. It seems like the power is out. If you haven't noticed already.
All right.
Let's check that breaker again.
If there's nothing of substance, honestly, we might as well go with our first choice and take the stairs.
But the door was locked.
To the stairs?
Yeah, we needed a key card.
Oh, shit.
Or a number.
There's nothing else in there. We can look under things. We turn the desk upside down, underneath the drawers. Like people might tape a spare key there.
Are there any like post-its or anything where like numbers for the number pad would have been? Like, are there any? No.
Right, like
Is there
when you put on
on
a desk
Mr.
drawer
Smith?
and you take the whole drawer out and you turn it upside down, like you see if anything's taped to the bottom. Like people used to put money in their artwork pictures and hang them on the wall. Like I'm looking for
all of
anything
the
like,
lockers empty?
I forgot something.
Are all the lockers empty? Because this kind of sounds like a break room.
So, If you guys look through the
There's nothing in the
lockers,
lockers.
if you look through the lockers, you find spare clothes. So it looks like a change of clothes, and keys to a car.
Can
Can't
we
get to right
check the pockets of all of the clothes?
There's not much, and it is very empty.
Press
Alright,
the unlock
what kind
button.
of,
What else is in here as far as like chemicals or any of that stuff here?
I would say just like bare bones kind of cleaning solution, maybe a heavy duty like soap or solvent in order to like really clean a floor, because it is a concrete floor. You guys are walking all over concrete floor, so the kind of solution you need for that is a little bit heavier. Maybe like a mop or two, a broom dustpan. There's a garbage pail that's empty. Before you guys ask, there's a little trash can that's empty.
There, a toolbox.
No.
What?
Good
Custodian
thinking.
doesn't have a toolbox.
I don't know.
Okay,
Where's the
car keys.
custodian?
Feeling naked without my tools. This is not okay.
Can I take the car keys?
Yeah. You can,
Jimmy,
you can-
Jimmy, the lock with the car keys, like how you would take a credit card and like swipe it.
You go, you pick up the car keys. You now have car keys in your inventory.
Get away.
so there was pretty much nothing else of value or like, of consequence in this room?
I mean, until it seems like until you guys get the power back on, most of this area that you're in is kind of
Right.
tough.
I'm gonna try and mess around with that.
Do we have electrical engineers here? I mean, I have a mechanic repair, but, I don't know if that's going to help anything.
Running back to that breaker box, hitting all the switches doesn't do jack.
Is this the room where the second one was, or?
Yeah,
Was it
the
different?
room with the 3 doors now. Remy ran back to where the breaker box was.
All right, so can we trace where the wires go? Because you said
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Yeah.
They go back to the room you woke up in.
Perfect.
Okay,
Nice
so
and
I will
easy.
try to find a breaker box in that room?
No, we need to find the wires and see if anything's been cut.
Well, yeah, that's where my brain was, but that's not where my mouth was. But yeah, that's exactly, that's sort of what I was getting at.
All right.
We
I'd
need
like
to get
to
the power
follow,
back before we could do anything else.
Yeah, I'd like to follow the wires.
All right. So yeah, I'm just going to assume you guys are moving as a group until you tell me otherwise. Is that fair to say?
That is
Yeah.
fair.
Okay. All right. So you go back into this room, into the room you woke up in, and looking around, you see a small system of piping and wiring towards the ceiling of the northern wall that seems to lead from a small hole in the western wall into the room to the east.
So in other words, the spot we're looking for.
Yes,
Yeah,
the wiring. It seems to match with where the piping and wiring was in the last room, and it
Okay,
continues through into the next room as well.
So there's no like breaks in it. There's no like frayed wires.
Not in this room, as far as you can tell.
Okay,
Okay.
so follow the wires.
Follow the wires from room
Alright.
to room that we can get to.
So this room is kind of similar to the previous room, just in like bare bones appearance. Cold, dark, wet, stone. Large boiler pipes wrap around the inside wall, continuing onto the next room. The narrower piping and wiring is continuing along the outside walls of this room. And
Okay.
from here, you can see kind of into the next room, and it kind of looks like the same thing. Like this is just wrapping around. This is like a corner or an edge or something. You see like there's a table, a small like I want to say like a picnic table with like a couple folding chairs set up in like the corner of this room.
Mhm.
It looks like once upon a time people probably played dominoes here or poker. Who knows?
Gotcha. Gonna move the table out the way and follow the cables on the wall.
Yeah, they like I said, they continue down into the next room. Same with the piping; it just wraps around to the other side of the wall.
Gotcha. So the wires / pipes are continuous from the room that we started in all the way into this room, right?
Yes. So, because you're just following that, you notice that the wiring goes into the wall on the south side of this new room and kind of goes in through a hole, looking like it goes through the wall going south.
Okay.
In the room adjacent to you, not the one you came from, but you're now in this corner room here. It was a B14, if you can tell. It's just 3 over, 1 down. You're standing in this corner room. You look to the west, and you see a large system of boilers and pipes, like huge. Like the ceilings down here are pretty tall to begin with, you know. So it's especially in like the room you woke up in and this room specifically, because there are boilers, and you can hear water kind of slowly kind of going through there, and kind of hear like a dripping.
You said B14?
B1. So if you're looking at this thing, it's third one down, third one, and then 1 down. So right side, second row.
Oh, that's a 4. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. You don't have to. We're snaking around.
Yeah. All right. No, I because these things are very, very tiny. So.
Yeah.
So I am where I thought I was. That's fine.
Yes. So now you're at this center block that is a system of boilers and pipes.
Okay. So I'm looking at these boys. I'm not looking at Nikki. I was like, Nikki, does this seem right to you?
Does anything look out of the ordinary? Like it's not running properly, or so I could tell before it wasn't really on, but should it be?
I mean, who knows if it's supposed to be on or not, but it sounds at least like it was used fairly recently, probably.
Is it like the kind, like the time of year where like it's cold where the boiler would be on, or is this like?
Yeah, it's still kind of the winter, so it should be.
It should be on.
Yeah, it's like January. It should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it should be on. Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, it had been a bit milder in terms of like weather, on the warmer side for New York at this time of year, but still, like this is still the time you would have this boiler moving.
Would I happen to? I mean, you said this was like a large boiler system, right? So would I be able to guesstimate how big the building is based on how big the boiler is?
Yeah.
Considering how much like power energy would be needed to heat up a building of what size?
If you give me a mechanical repair and a spot hidden combined check. So
how do I do a combined check?
So just
add them
roll
together,
and
or?
try to beat both numbers.
Both of them. Okay. You said mechanical repair and spot hidden.
Yes.
That's a 65 and a 55. Okay.
Good odds. Oh, she froze again.
Yep.
Well, repair, but not spot hidden.
Okay,
so sorry. What'd you end up rolling?
I rolled a 60.
Okay.
I can push luck though, right?
Yes, you can always use luck points to succeed on a roll, or you can roll again with a consequence.
Ooh.
You can push.
I'll just
your
push
luck.
5. Yeah, I'll push 5 right now. I have enough.
So subtract luck points. And so you succeed at the roll. So looking at this is this room. Like on the map, it doesn't look like it, but this room is a lot larger than the first room you guys like woke up in. Like this is not only just a more full boiler room, but again, larger pipes and boilers fill like this entire space. You're kind of like looking around and you're seeing like you're trying to figure out like the dimensions of this place, kind of like trying to track where you've kind of walked. You see like pipes going up into the ceiling at weird angles or just like going in different directions, whatever. And you can guess that it's a fairly large building, but it seems to be contained. If anything, it would be contained to a certain size. Maybe that's not much bigger than this whole underground space. So far, if I got to put into perspective for us, or specifically for you, thinking Roosevelt Field Mall. If you went from the Disney store to the big name, was that Neiman Marcus over there or something? That's by it, or Macy's? I don't remember. Yeah. So the distance there was about the size. That was the distance from your door to their door was about the distance of the first two rooms, like the small, the locked doors room and the room you woke up in. This seems like twice that size, and wide too. This is a large room. It's very compact on the map.
There's no need for a boiler room to be this big.
Yeah.
And you said the pipes are leading in different directions, right?
The pipes are going all over the place, into one boiler, out another, into the wall, ceiling, and then they're also leaving the room to the south, wrapping around the corner. But like I said, so Nikki. While investigating this room, because you did succeed on your spot hidden check. Upon inspection of this room, you find a large pipe wrench on the floor next to a large and leaking release valve.
Sorry, I froze. What was that?
It's okay. You find a large pipe wrench on the floor next to a large and leaking release valve. This is
wrench.
It is a large club, which, if used as a weapon, uses the fighting and brawl skill, and also does 1d8 plus your damage bonus in damage. I believe you do have proficiency with weapons that are also tools. So, I think that's something that we said.
Yeah, because I think most of my weapons were hammer and
just tools. Yeah, but yes, that's pretty much all you can see apart from that you do hear the water moving in this room a lot more so than in the first room.
Mm-hmm. Can I find like the main area where like the gauge is and like where you would turn it on?
It's a lot lower than it should be, but it's still active in a sense.
It's just not optimally running.
Yeah, it is. It's far from optimal.
Okay. I don't know where we are, but this place is huge, and this is not a normal setup. I have no idea.
What do you mean by not a normal setup?
These pipes don't normally go in these directions. It's not streamlined properly. Also, this should be on.
We continue around that corner and see what else is around here.
So, if you head to the room to the south, you're now in the middle of the last row there. This is you can kind of see to the left and right rooms, to the west and east. And this is an intersection between these last two rooms. Pipes continue to the room to the west, around that corner I was talking about, to what seems to be more boilers. And then from that room next to you, against the far wall of this room, and continuing into the room to the east, where there is the only light that you've seen this far.
Uh-oh. So there's light?
Yes.
Okay.
To go into the light or not to go into the light?
Yeah, so the room to the right, you can see a light towards the far wall, where there's a door next to it, another metal door.
Is there a breaker box anywhere? Are we still
Nope.
looking for that?
So I want to,
Find out how to get the power on somehow.
but if there is light, that means that there may be
Power is on.
So I want to walk quietly towards where that light is and see if I can peek and see what's over there.
Mhm.
So you walk into the room to the right.
Yeah.
So in here, you find you're looking around. You actually do see the wiring from the room directly north. Before you saw that it kind of disappeared into the wall, going south. It reappears in the northern wall on this room, and goes along the outside through a hole in the wall, or not a hole in the wall. Let me see. This is 8. Boop, 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 boop. The wiring connects to the northern wall and continues along the outside towards the door, which leads to the next level of the basement. Obviously, you can see down the little plexiglass glass window that it goes down. The wiring that was followed from the breaker box can be traced to here, where there is a noticeable tear in the piping and wiring, almost as if it was torn from the wall. This connection continues to another connection that goes into the wall above the door frame. Coming out of that same space is a second set of wiring and piping that leads down to the switch besides the door. And investigating this switch controls the light in this room.
Can we
The light,
fix
right?
the wiring?
With what?
I had electrical repair.
Okay. But how are you
Can I
going to fix
take a
it?
look?
Yeah, you
We
can
have-
take a look.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can we use the office supplies? You said there's like staplers, paper clips, scotch tape.
We're gonna do the Stu Pickles repair method. We're just gonna
No,
use like gum
God.
and rubber bands and shit.
We're gonna MacGyver it.
Yeah, reptar
we're gonna
ourselves together
MacGyver this shit.
by rubber band.
You know, unfold.
MacGyver skull?
Oh, yeah. Your hands with my bare hands. I'm gonna lick my palms first before I do it.
All right,
Get 'em lubricated and shit.
Nikki,
Oh, what's
Give me
it from down Periscope? The guy who like has to like grab onto the wires to get everything to work.
oh boy. All right, so Nikki, since
Yep.
this is your forte, give me an electrical repair check
Will do.
at a half difficulty.
It's a 24. My electrical repair is a 35.
The half value or the full value is 35.
Full value is 35. I
Okay.
rolled a 24.
Okay, so
I'm not quite half, but I still.
you
That's
you,
the right
you were kind of close, but still. So you're looking at this thing, and again, this looks like it was like not only just like it just torn. It looks torn into and also ripped from the wall in some capacity. And you're kind of like looking over here, and the fine tools you would need to try to fix this is like the basic set of electrical supplies, and it's like a maintenance man probably has them, it's like, or like who knows what happened. You do see, because you're taking the time to kind of look at this area of the wall, you do see some like scratch marks in the wall itself.
Take a closer look at the scratch marks, like something like a furniture scraped across it, or
Oh, that's nice.
I'm making hand motions.
I'm like, podcast can't hear.
Yeah.
They can't hear the hand movement.
Yeah, they can't see my claw movement on screen, so
Right?
Podcast doesn't know what this means.
it's like this, you know.
yeah, we can see.
Like if you held your hand up to it, if you kind of like held your hand up to the wall, you can kind of see like where it delineates from like the size of like fingers.
And this is still like concrete.
Yes, it's still concrete stone.
I just like kind of back away from the wall. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
But it does look like it can be fixed. But wherever this wiring is, like this disconnection here is the problem.
So I know how to fix it. I just don't have the tools to fix it.
Right. So now looking for tools. So I'm now like looking
find anything
around.
in that maintenance guy's room. Nothing.
No, I looked for tools there.
No repair kits. No nothing.
Can we look for tools in this room?
Oh, you don't see any. You don't see anything in this room. What you do see, though, is that the pipes that were against the southern wall, in the last room and then this room, they came from the far room to the left, or to the west. These large boiler pipes actually disappear into the floor, to denote that the flow of water continues down to the next level.
There's a level lower than this. This is weird.
Okay.
But yeah, I need tools to fix this, but I have no idea what made those scratch marks, and that's concerning for multiple reasons.
So like where she found that monkey wrench, can we look back in there and see if there's any other tools? Maybe if there's a monkey wrench, maybe there's like a satchel of, maintenance tools.
Well,
That's my tool belt.
I will say no to that, but there is one last room you haven't gone to.
Okay.
And it's the one opposite of this one.
Did we check out the glowing light?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the switch and the light goes on and off.
Okay.
Like this is like there's a separation here, and it's literally the.
Is there a phone charger? Can I charge my phone here?
No, there's no outlets of any kind.
Maybe there's no.
Question.
Yeah.
You hook it up into that where the computer was. It's got to be the USB. It'll be all right.
We'll just bring the computer over to this spot. We'll be good.
We'll just play free cell until they find us.
We go. Okay.
All right. So you said there's one more room we got to check out, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but there is one more room you didn't go to yet.
Apparently we do.
All right, we might as well.
Yep.
So let's check out the last room.
Check it out.
Okay. If someone could give me a spot hidden check.
We'll do it.
Anyone got higher than me? 75. I want
I
to
got
take a
a
break.
45.
Hey, one success is a success, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
45 on a 45.
Lucky. All right. This room is the final boiler room for this level, with pipes leading up through the ceiling and also around the outside walls back into the previous room to the east. There's a small crowding of rats and vermin along the edges of this room that can be easily just like scared away.
Okay. Well, I mean, if rats and vermin are here, that means that they're eating something. So let's take a look around the room. Maybe there's something going on.
Right.
Maybe a stiff.
All right. So what? Tell me.
Dead bodies.
I'm just saying. I'm just hoping we'll find a dead guy with a key card. Never know.
Tell me.
Not to fight a dead guy.
Tell me how you intend to look around this room.
I go right to where the rats were at. What the hell were they doing congregating in one area?
They disperse as you near them because I don't think they've seen a human in some time. You can roll me a spot hidden check.
The other half of the Skittles.
The other half of the Skittles. Yeah.
Use the Skittles as bait. Be
I
friends with that.
passed 52.
Okay. So the rats are sticking to the walls underneath the pipes that are kind of like around there. And then you kind of like you're following them, seeing where they're scurrying to. Maybe like there's like a hole in the wall or something that you can kind of exploit or whatever. And as you're kind of passing this like wall of pipes, your phone flashlight, you catch the glint of something that isn't the pipes. You actually catch a glint of red. And so you kind of double back, and hidden and thrown across the floor behind this wall of pipes, in between the two larger boilers on the far wall, is a toolbox.
Oh, look at that. I reach in with my non-dominant hand.
All right, you're able to kind of like scoot it on the floor back to you. Upon opening the toolbox, the contents are as follows. You have one industrial-sized flashlight with extra batteries, small wrenches and screwdrivers, a handheld weighted sledgehammer.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it seems like the tool belt of what would normally be electrical tools is missing.
Ooh.
You sounded way too happy when you said that.
And the
What was that?
railgun.
Sorry, you cut out after sledgehammer.
The tool belt of what would normally be electrical tools seems to be missing. I'm actually happy I repeated that line exactly. So the flashlight, because it is an industrial sized flashlight, it's rather large.
The tool belt is missing, or just the equipment in the tool belt?
The tool belt with the supposed electrical supplies is missing. Like I said, because this is an industrial sized flashlight, it can be used as a small club. So I have the stats for that if anyone wants to take that. Small wrenches and screwdrivers can be just thrown as a distraction. So there's no real like
You ever get
power.
stabbed with a small screwdriver?
Yeah. I mean,
That's more than a distraction.
okay, the screwdriver can be a shiv, yeah.
Plus, you could scrape it on the floor if you really want to sharpen it.
And the sledgehammer is also a small club that does +2 damage on top of that.
So,
I'm just like cursing
who.
whoever's tools these are. You do not take good care of your tools, sir.
I mean, you have a name. It's Mr. Smith. You don't know his first name, but you know it's Smith.
Fucking Mr. Smith. So we can continue looking throughout this room, see if we find anything else.
There's no key card in this tool box.
No. But upon further inspection of the room, claw marks can be found on some of the stonework floors and walls in this room.
I don't like it.
Yeah, so I'm just looking and I'm like,
Big, small, like are we talking like rat sized or
You see my hand?
so baby hands?
Yeah. No, my incredibly large, meaty hands.
Baby hands.
No, meaty. Not baby. Meaty. I got the largest hands you've ever seen.
Assuming our characters have played role-playing games, you could say they're like Umber Hulks.
I have no idea what that is, though.
I feel like Nikki may, because she rolled in here with dice.
Yes, you're right. Nikki's a D&D player. Nice.
Gambling
Right.
problem, guys. You,
Very
know,
well.
you don't know her life.
I don't like the size of those claws.
Dice and poker chips, baby.
What?
That's it. It's like tonight may the night before this might have been game night with you and Becky.
I don't know what
Who
I did
knows?
last night.
Yeah, you don't remember what happened. You can try to remember. Keep trying all you want. Can't hurt.
I mean, could have been a nice night. Could have just gotten blackout drunk. Could have been a good time.
Could have.
Okay, good. Not now.
It wasn't. Spoiler alert. It wasn't.
I don't know, man. I don't want to go anywhere with these claws.
Let me-
Why don't we
let
go
me-
back to those
let
other
me-
rooms where there was no claws? I like the no claws.
Those are rooms that it was pitch black and very smelly.
We
No
got a
claws.
flashlight now.
We you said earlier there was a downstairs. Did we find a way to go downstairs?
Yeah, there's a door. It's right next to the light switch.
I'm gonna open the door.
It is unlocked.
Cool. This seems to be a running dread. Just open door, see where it takes us.
I look at Dr. I look at Dr. Werber, and I'm just like, feels like we're being corralled somewhere.
Black people.
So we
die
have
first.
We have to go down to go up. This feels way too familiar. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Put the batteries inside that flashlight.
So is it one of those flashlights that like charges when you shake it?
No, but it does have extra batteries. So it has batteries in it, but there's also like 3 extra batteries in there, and it's the big ass C batteries, I think,
Or
the
D
big
batteries.
ones.
The D battery.
What are those ones that are like chunky boys? Those ones.
D batteries.
That's for like the old
Old
PE old boombox.
Yeah,
Right?
like the ones for ye old boombox.
Battery sizes.
We're getting
C
legit
battery. C.
Oh,
So these
whatever
are
battery. Yeah, whichever one is that big ass battery.
the
That's
rest of the
Both
pack.
pretty big. That's the thing. They're both
Yeah.
pretty big.
not the square ones. That's it. Not the square ones. You're looking at the cylinder ones.
Not the 6 volt.
D-size battery. I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to have.
There you
I had like 9 boom boxes growing up.
D batteries.
The
Yeah.
D batteries.
Children of the 90s, we know.
All right.
They're not CR2s? Whatever. They're the ones they need.
All right. And so, like I said, this door is not locked and leads to a small maintenance shaft and staircase that descends far past the light of the flashlight.
Okay.
There are lights in this stairwell going down, so things are kind of illuminated. It looks like these lights haven't been taken care of in a while, so there's like every other light is kind of out or it's flickering. It's just not incredibly. They're at the end of their life. Again,
Building would
no,
so
no,
fail an inspection.
Yeah.
This
Who
is
knows?
not up to code.
Who knows the last time this was used? But
This might
do
be an
y'all-
abandoned building, guys.
Definitely.
If this is
yeah,
if this is the condition the basement is in.
Yeah,
this
I would
might be
actually like to
really
see it
shitty.
abandoned further and get the hell out of here. I would love to abandon
Mhm.
this building real quick.
I'm
I
with
have
you.
no problem with that. I don't
Yeah,
like
but
it.
somebody was screaming earlier.
I'm with you, Henry.
Well, I don't know. The screaming stopped, so that's usually a bad sign. That person
Or-
isn't screaming no
Like-
how
more.
long
got
ago
away.
was that when we woke up? Did we just hear screaming when we woke up and we didn't hear it again?
That's what shocked you awake.
Oh shit. Okay, fair
So
enough.
that's what woke us up.
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute. I would say, like the amount of time that has passed. I think it's been like
an hour.
probably an hour. Honestly, probably an
Ah.
hour.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we
I mean,
did a
it
lot of
looks like this is
investigating
our-
and stuff like that.
This is our only route.
Hey,
So
All right, so I'm continue
as
going
long as
down
we
the
got light.
flashlight.
Good.
All right. So you
I'm
move
gonna
hard to go
leave
down the
something
hole.
in the. Yeah, I'm gonna leave something in the doorway, so if it can't close all the way.
You got it. You can actually put the toolbox there if you don't want to carry it around.
Can we just hammer a nail into the door so it just can't close?
The door
screwdriver
frame
into
is
the door.
metal and and it is in stone. You're not gonna just be able to put a nail in.
Okay. What
Either
about
a
into the lock
screwdriver.
mechanism? Can we just put it like one nail in between where the lock clicks open and close?
I'll give you guys this one. You don't need to try so hard to to keep
Yeah.
it open. You just
I
say
just want to make sure we're not gonna
it's
get
open.
locked.
We don't
I just wanna make sure we're not gonna
trust
get
nothing. We
locked
ain't
down
taking
here.
No chances.
I'm
No.
making note that the door is open. I wrote nothing. So
And there's something in the way, so it can't get locked on.
Yep.
got it. You guys descend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adventure party go down the hole.
Yeah.
So, after making your way down a familiar feeling staircase, further and further down, a lot further than it seems like it should go. The fluorescent lighting has turned into torchlight. Upon reaching a landing, a dimly lit and seemingly endless hallway awaits you. The sounds of wild dogs barking and growling can be heard far down the corridor. The damp stone continues to surround the investigators and makes a still mildewy stench linger in the air.
Oh.
Once you say dogs or I start hearing dogs, I immediately stop.
Wait.
I'm excited.
We?
Nikki has beef jerky.
Haha.
Oh, I got the Skittles too.
Yup. Dog distractor.
Should have kidnapped one of those rats.
So, guys, you have the map for basement floor 2. We can, if you want to pull that up, you can just have it to look at. So, basic description of the hallway as you're kind of making your way down. I don't know, did you dead ass stop and it was like, nah, I'm not going forward anymore?
No, I paused and I was just like, I hear dogs. And like, I'm letting everybody know what I hear. And I don't like dogs, especially dogs that have anything to do with this spooky
especially
shit.
Recently, too. You had a very fun time with dogs.
Let's say that out loud.
All right, so you make your way down the like I said, this landing elongates, and you see that there's torches now at even intervals on the walls going down the left side of the room of this hallway. Further beyond these rooms, you can hear the dogs barking.
Like angry barking, happy barking.
Nondescript sounds of dogs.
I say we go toward the dogs.
After you.
So I look at this like,
Remy's just like,
yeah, fuck, I'll go, damn it. So I just start moving forward with the flashes, like, fucking dogs, these fucking. I'm mumbling angrily to myself. Well, these motherfuckers.
hey Nikki, can I have a piece of that beef jerky you're holding out on?
I look back, I was like, there's no snacking during the investigation of scary dogs.
Pressy.
Snacks aren't for you.
I actually don't remember why I have these in my pocket right now, to be perfectly honest.
All I know is if one of these dogs comes at me, Pete is going to be very upset. I'm going to get some phone calls.
So yeah, I guess I'll lead. I'm gonna walk down the hallway. I'm walking quietly as I can, and just listening to see like where I hear the nondescript dog sounds and any other doors that might lead out.
So, along the left side of this corridor, as you're making your way, like if you're looking at the map to the right side, you're going from the left to the right. On the northern side of this hallway, as you're making your way, there's you see several doors leading to a few rooms. Torchlight on the walls in between them. Just again, dimly lit because torches kind of only go like so far, and there's sconces on the wall. It's
Right.
But you have a
just one
flashlight.
question. I'm assuming, just for game purposes, we are in corridor 1.
Yes, corridor 1.
Okay, very good.
I felt it was necessary to give you guys a little bit of a bird's eye view of where you guys were.
I know, I get it. I was just, these numbers are actually a little bit bigger, so I can read these.
Yeah, well, this was a little smaller of a map.
So we said there's a bunch of doors on the left-hand side, right?
Yes.
So
as you're traveling down the hallway, the doors are all on your left.
So are there any of those plexiglass windows in the doors?
No, and actually, these doors look a bit more. I guess the material you would call these is wood.
Good, so we can kick them down.
As opposed to what else?
What'd you call it? Thank you.
I mean, if they're locked and this building is old, the wood should be rotten, so it should be relatively easy to kick them down.
It's like Mike's got a point. Right, so I'm gonna first check to see if it's open.
The first door on your left is open.
So I'm gonna try to open
I
it.
slowly put
quietly.
my foot back down and I implant it on both feet.
He was ready. He was ready.
I see her like leg out. I'm just like, wait. So I'm gonna just open it ever so quietly, ever so slightly, and just like try and see if I can see any light, anything on the inside.
It is dark in the room.
Okay. Do we see anything in the room?
You can't. Okay, so upon first glance, this room is rather plain looking. Give me a spot hidden. I'll just
Wait,
go.
hold on. What's Remy's spot check? Because
17.
Well,
oh,
you
okay.
did,
All right,
you did
cool.
good.
Cool.
So I'm just gonna say he rolled it because he was the first one in the room. So as we go along, first one in the room, you want to roll me spot hidden, to see what you find. So like I said, this room is rather plain looking upon first glance. An unpleasant aroma persists, and further inspection leads to a used waste bucket in the corner of this room. There's a small and rather old-looking shelf with dust-lined books that crumble apart at the slightest touch. There's a simple and undressed mattress sitting atop 4 posts against the far wall.
Okay.
It's very dingy, dusty, and dirty room.
I am outside the room and I'm taking a torch off the wall to carry.
Cool. You now have a torch. That is a weapon. It has its own stats. Is basically it is a small club with the burn tag on it.
Ooh.
So
Burn.
nobody questioning why there's a burning torch.
You guys
I've
have
been
walked past
questioning
several.
why we've been here.
This place
So-
looks like a dungeon.
I'm just happy
Okay.
to save our phone light.
I split the mattress.
Yep.
Some bugs come crawling out from underneath it. It's just like a board underneath it.
Leave the
Okay.
room.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
out.
you can. Yeah.
I kind of look at
Right,
discuss and I'm like, not for me. Like, this is a no.
All right, so I'm just gonna look at those dingy books that you said are falling apart on the shelf. Either way, I'm gonna just try and see if there's anything of value there, or like of answers.
You're gonna have to roll me luck.
Okay, I like
Cool.
decent. Hold on. Yeah.
I can't see that.
2.
2?
2.
Or is that 200? I don't know. Okay.
No, it's
If
two.
there's a 200, there's a problem.
200. Damn. All right, you fucked up bad. So you happen to pick up one book. Like you're kind of going through this, and it's like books are like, because of like the heavy mildew scent is like persisting in this room. It was persisting out in the hallway, and it's in here. The scent of also what was ever in that waste bucket in the corner. You don't know if that's shit. You don't know if that's piss. It might be a combination of the two. Who the fuck knows? This there's on top of the shelf is what looks to be a small like candle holder with a melted candle. And then you're looking through the books on the shelves. Anytime you go to like kind of pick one up, they've all like these dust-lined books just kind of like crumble in your hands. Like not even just like fall apart, like the binding, like they just like straight up crumble after what seems to be years of inactivity. There's one book that is just so waterlogged and gross, but it's the only solid book you have there. You know, here there's not really much on this shelf.
Okay.
I'll let you carry that 2 over.
What is
I'll
it?
let you carry that 2 over to another roll later.
Oh,
Your
sweet,
next
okay.
roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because the luck thing was actually just kind of just like, yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't have anything if it rolls really well. All right, he rolled really well. I don't got anything. I'll let you use that 2 on the next roll.
Nice.
I get to save a 2. I'm gonna save that too.
It's immediate use, and next time you go to roll a skill,
You want it? Nope.
otherwise it evaporates.
Yeah. So he said there's just random book that's just waterlogged and falling apart.
Yeah, it's completely illegible.
Yeah. So just looking at it, it's just junk, and I just, I'll hold on to it, but at the same time, it's not really doing anything.
Yep. So that's it in this room. Would you like to
Room number 2?
continue down the hallway? The next room is pretty much an exact replica of the last room, down to the gross whatever thing died in that waste bucket. Which actually, I do have an answer to that. There's a rat also in there, dead.
I'm mad that there's a dead rat.
Are we?
So corridor 1,
B22.
B22.
Okay.
B22 has a rat in the toilet.
Why? Why?
I don't- Are we still looking for?
Okay. So you said there's a rat in the bucket. I was just like, ugh. So like I'm just covering. It's like these rooms are terrible. But there's no clothing. There's no food. There's no. Just used toilet buckets. Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk past all of the rooms.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Pick that last one.
The last room, or so right now you've looked at
Number B1,
One,
B2,
2.
and then there's B3.
B3 is the first. So the distance in between 1 and 2 is pretty far apart. 3 is seemingly like almost right next to this room.
Oh, you know what? I was looking at all the little lines and thought there was like 7 rooms. And I was no.
Big squares.
We ain't doing that.
It's a little crude. Like I was having a lot of trouble in the first one. Like
Got
what
it.
spaces, what stuff. But yeah, I kind of
I figured it
got the
out.
gist
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
No,
These
I do
are the
not
rooms.
go past all the rooms then. I just go to the next one. So I'll go to B3.
Gotta go
Alright.
to the basement.
So as you're walking down this hallway, a very faint trail of blood leads to this door, which is locked.
B3.
B3.
Well,
What's
B2.
in
the box?
actually.
We might have found that dead body you've been running so bad.
And you said it's locked, right?
Door is locked. The blood, the faint trail of blood is from further down the hallway to this room.
Can I pick the lock? Can I try to break it open with my crowbar?
If he does that, then I want to be stacked up so that alongside the door frame so that I can see if anyone comes out.
Okay, so
Down the hallway where the blood's coming from, though.
yeah, and
Came
there
from.
is, and again, there is the sound of dogs barking further down the hallway.
Yeah,
So if you're gonna do
hand on
this,
firearm.
you're gonna need to do a stealth check and a fighting brawl.
2.
Wait, I'm gonna have my hand
On which roll?
on the gun. So wouldn't I do a firearm check?
I mean, not if you plan on firing the gun.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
So here's the thing, like he's at the door handle. I'm off to the side, like shoulder is close to, like I guess you could say parallel with the door frame.
Mhm.
Hand on gun, so that way when he opens that door, I'm looking directly into the room.
Okay. You don't need to make a firearms check just to look into the room.
I think you only roll it if you're actually gonna shoot it.
If you're
Okay.
gonna shoot,
Intent.
then you roll. Like that's how that would work, because you're not, unless it jams
Okay.
or something.
No,
But,
I'm just yeah.
okay, you're using that too.
Yeah.
Are you using it to break into the room or be quiet about it?
I'm doing a combined check, and I'm using my 2.
Yeah, okay. Good thinking with that one. All right.
And that's a crit,
I gave you
right?
that. I gave you that. That 2 disappears into the ethos. Goodbye, 2.
That's a crit.
Goodbye.
The quiet
you kind of like time it out with the sounds of the dogs barking, and you actually kind of hear like this weird like further down the hallway. I mean, it's muffled. It's just like the sound of like thudding in a way. It's very muffled, but it also sounds like it's coming from where the dogs are, which is again getting closer and closer. So you go, and so you time it right, and you just wedge it in there and just bust it open. And it's a wooden door, so it kind of busts pretty easily. So as you break open the door, a wretched smell immediately escapes from the room.
Oof.
And you see, just inside, lays the body of the maintenance man, Mr. Smith.
Mike, I think this one is all you, buddy.
And like, I cover my face and I look immediately. I'm like, oh, found your body that you were looking for. Oh. And I take my shirt and I bring it over like my mouth just so I cover.
You're in EMS. How many dead guys have you seen? You must have seen plenty. I step forward and I inspect the body.
I'm gonna need a medicine check or is there biology or no? There's no biology.
Biology. No.
Medicine?
Yeah,
Medicine.
all right, then I'm just gonna need a medicine check.
Can I also check the body?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll do a medicine check
I
as
mean,
well.
it's a 56, so I failed that, but I wanted to inspect like clothing and stuff. Like his.
It's
You happen to find a tool belt in the electrical kit, let me know.
Yeah, but you know, never know. Maybe an identification.
Or the tool belt. Or a card key.
Or anything, yeah.
Like with the.
So what are those medicine checks?
I got 34. So
Is that under or over?
Yeah,
That
I
is
got
over.
over. I got over as well.
Okay. Then I'll just give you some like basic information. How over did you get?
I 30.
But like 55.
Damn. What'd you roll?
Okay. Well, then you'll just get the regular block text. His body looks as if it has been down here for weeks, if not months. You're not really sure. But that could still be an overstatement considering that the air down here is rather moist. There's a large pool of dried blood around his foot. And you notice that there's a gnawed stump of where a foot was.
Of course there was.
Ah.
Give me a spot hidden check. One of the 2 people that is right at the body.
Do it.
Nikki can do it, yeah.
11.
There you go.
Passed by a margin.
You see on his chest a key card, and on his hip a set of keys. But the electrical tool belt is missing.
I got the key card.
All right, we got something.
Yep.
Yep.
And the
Key
keys.
card, and it reads on it Richard Smith, and it has just like it looks like this has been kind of like scratched to high hell the outside of it, so you're barely able to figure out and read Richard Smith. But you also see that the scan bar isn't scratched. So it would still be usable.
Okay.
It looks to me like we got 2 options here. We can see what's down that hallway, or turn back around and see where this guy gets us.
Yeah. Turn back around. Now that we have the card. Well, actually, you know what? We might as well just check the other rooms.
With no power, how can we use the cards? We can't use the cards with no power.
Someone said it.
Oh.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm going to sit there and swipe it all day. It's going to say denied.
Mhm.
It won't even say denied. It just
It
won't
won't
open.
even say that.
One can dream.
Because if we could fix the power, there's that door that goes with the stairs that go up.
Okay,
Which
so we need the tool, the
I'm
electrical.
in favor of going up. Where, like, the world is, maybe. I hope. I just don't want to be down here anymore.
I agree.
Anybody else
Um,
have any idea how we got down here in the first place? Because I'm still drawing a blank.
I don't know. I'm still waiting to wake up. I'm still waiting to wake up.
It's like I don't have a hangover, so I'm pretty sure it's not the whiskey.
I would rather focus on the situation on hand and then deal with that later.
Nikki, you've kind of been like it's been a while. It's been a while since you last tried to think about where the fuck you were. Why don't you give me a intelligence check?
Inteligente.
I just did it 33.
Cool. Yes, this was at a regular success.
Yeah, 35 is my end.
Yes, I do remember you saying that before. So you're starting to get flashes of things back.
Keep freezing every time you need to tell me something. There we go.
Oh, there we go. All right. So
We're good.
you're getting flashes of memory back as you're trying to think real hard about what is going on. Tina keeps freezing. I'm just gonna wait for her to stop freezing.
Uh-oh.
And there she went.
Good news, guys. She stopped freezing.
Yeah.
Stop freezing.
She definitely stopped freezing.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I will wait the couple of the minute or so. I think we're almost done with tonight. Just about. Since I know.
40 minutes on the clock, yeah.
Yep. Since I know we're on a timer. Hey, you guys are making quick pace of everything.
Yay!
Very
We're
good.
doing good.
Usually we do the exact opposite.
All right.
She said that her whole screen.
Cool.
That's
Well,
fine.
we it's okay. We can wait 5 minutes. I was in the middle of talking to her, so I will keep being in the middle of talking to her.
It was like it was gonna happen. It was so close. It was right there.
Almost
You remember,
remembered, and
and she's gone.
Oh,
amnesia. Hit hard.
Thanks to Lean.
I don't know what just happened.
It's okay.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, just hit your can back on, and we'll keep going.
Green boxes. Feel the power. Green boxes.
We got this.
Maybe.
Tina's back.
No.
How it works.
Let's scoop.
Unlimited power.
Yeah.
Are we good?
No, we got no video feed from you, but you can hear me, right?
I have video for all of you, and I can see myself on video.
Cool. You know what? That's gonna have to be as good as we're gonna get.
We'll
So
be represented by two dancing green boxes on the stream. So
Nikki, up and
not
there she
anymore.
goes.
Goodbye.
80 out.
I said,
Should I-
so Nikki, and she disappears.
She clearly does not want to talk to
Yeah,
you.
clearly she does not want to
She-
Hey,
you know what? I guess Tina, you're just fine with having amnesia, I guess, right?
Right?
Take the hint, man.
Every time she's supposed to remember something.
I know what happened. My
I
computer hates
don't-
me.
I don't know. Do you really want to know what happened? You keep
That's
leaving. Hey, there we go.
All
All
right.
right, so Nikki, we're gonna be quick here. You get flashes of memory coming back to you every as you're kind of walking down this hallway and you're trying to remember what the fuck is going on earlier today that led to this situation. You remember you were at work some time ago. Well, you must have been. Yeah, it makes sense. You remember being there. You remember being on site. You remember this day was the final walk around for the atrium, making sure everything was good. was all set and finished. You remember David pulling you into his office and like talking to you about this, and just about other stuff in general, just day-to-day life, how you doing, things at the Mount Sinai Hospital in Greenwich Village kind of like calmed down. No one really got hurt as everything continued. You guys were able to finish all the construction except for that last floor, which was still being halted by the police investigation, which David mentions to you while during this little meeting with him. Yeah, they can't really, like, we have to finish the project. It can't stay like that. They're at the end, so luckily, like, my lawyers are kind of pushing them, so they're probably going to finish the investigation. Just call it quits on it, whatever, and so we'll be able to finish that. But I got a call from our benefactor. He wants to keep the project going with us. He said there's a few more locations across the city that he needs us to work on. He has more blueprints for those locations as well. I'm still not walking that great, after the accident. That was a while ago, but it hasn't felt right. So you think you can head on over to their office and get it? They're up in Manhattan, honestly. So
The law office, you said?
no. It's office of Lucius Hope, the CEO or president or whatever of Revelations. Yeah, they're the ones who've been backing this project, helping out the hospitals. He said something about like doing the same for other hospitals around the city.
Okay.
All right, so he hands you the tube, an empty tube at this point, and it's like, all right, so just head on over there and you can call it quits for the day at that, and you remember leaving his office with the empty tube. You remember walking past Becky, and she gives you the finger guns. You give them back, and she goes, I got some friends coming over for game night later. You want to come, or?
Hell yeah!
All right, cool. I have gotten myself a little frozen margarita maker, which has been a great help over this ridiculously warm winter, I will say. But it's nice. So I'll see you there, bitch.
What?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
What workplace relationship is this shit?
They're friends.
No, this is Becky now. This is somebody else.
This is Becky, not David. This is
It's
Becky.
not the boy.
Oh, I thought it was David going, bitch, with the finger back.
Like, I'll see you there, man.
Like, damn, David. All right.
Like, David, yo.
Go to HR after this, jeez.
Right?
And you remember
the HR Chronicles right up in here.
Right?
and you remember leaving to head to Revelations. You don't really, it's still fuzzy after that.
Okay.
So.
But I know how I got the tube at least. Okay.
Yep. No, you got the tube.
Cool.
Yeah, so congratulations, guys. You found Mr. Richard Smith, the maintenance man for someplace.
Cool.
I make an immediate sign of the cross because Hank would do. It's like, poor Mr. Smith.
I was like, God, I wish I had some tea.
I kind of hand over some jerky. That's all I got, man.
Save the jerky for the dogs.
I was like, save that.
I
but
think
thanks.
I have a piece for the doggies.
Like, I laugh to myself when she gives it to me, but I'm like, yo. So we got a key card, we got a dead body.
And a set of keys.
And a set of keys. Okay.
There were other doors that were locked upstairs, right?
Yeah,
That didn't
one.
require a
And
key card?
you broke into it.
Oh.
Okay.
The I mean, we
What?
also broke into. I was gonna say there was another door that was locked, but we did break into that one. That's what.
Yep. You've broken into 2 locked doors so far.
To be 4.
Is it?
2b4.
Was there a space for a key on that door? Because sometimes with these key card doors, they do have like an actual manual key slot. No.
He is smart. Yeah, as like a failsafe.
Yeah, just in case. Because it's a fire hazard. If you can't get out, there has to be an emergency exit.
Listen to the construction worker, and then let us use the ring of keys that we found.
Go back up.
I don't think, hey guys, I don't think the ring of keys is probably only for the one locked door you've come across before this one. And then maybe more doors. And then maybe more doors at the top of that
Not up
staircase.
to code.
Well, you know what? The dungeon master gave me an idea. Maybe those keys will work on that shitty locked door that we couldn't get through.
We broke it open.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, you broke it to get into the maintenance office.
See, I'm like Tina when you're doing the memory check. Clearly, I am not rolling what I need to roll.
Nice.
All right. So
Door number 4.
door number 4.
All the doors.
So someone give me a spot hidden check.
All right, I'll step up.
Do it.
53.
Okay, is under 75. This room is unlocked. And this room is rather plain upon first glance, much like the others. The waste bucket is unused in this room, but the air is still perpetually still. There's a small and rather old-looking shelf with dust-lined books that crumble apart at the slightest touch, again. But some of them are a little better. There's a simple and undressed mattress sitting atop 4 posts against the far wall. Laying on top of this mattress is a small black book with a page sticking out. Upon further inspection of this book, the note has the same swirling circle design that you guys are so used to seeing by now. And a few numbers on it. Yeah, and then the rest of the pages of this book are empty, and if you want to just keep the book, you can.
Can I compare the drawing and the numbers to the drawings that I have on me? Cool. I do that. And see if I see any similarities.
Oh no, they are incredibly similar. They are the same. Like when I say like you're the swirling circle design that you're so used to seeing by now, I mean that like.
Do the numbers resonate with me in any way?
They kind of resemble a time.
What do the numbers say? What are the numbers?
Which numbers?
The Powerball is.
The numbers are not important. What's important is by checking at your phone, you can see that the time is like a half hour or so previous.
Wait, what? This is for future?
No. This. The time it is now. The numbers on this little page are for, you can equate them to like a time. It looks like it is like.
It means not much time has passed.
So
it means that this time was a half hour ago.
Yeah.
This time was a half hour ago.
Right, like it's 10 o'clock now. It says 9:30.
9:30.
Yes. There you go.
Got it. What else does it say?
I just yell out hello. It's like really loud.
There are still dogs barking down the hallway.
I could just stare at her like.
I'm just like.
On the wall, there is a black cloak.
Is it pretty?
Is it pretty?
Kind of.
Does it have pockets?
Is it pretty?
It does have pockets, surprisingly.
But is it pretty?
I mean, it's
But is it pretty?
it's
Technically
black.
a dream coat? I
There's
mean,
nothing fancy. It's got a hood.
All right, take it off the wall.
Nothing pockets. I mean,
It's got pockets.
It's got pockets.
Is there anything in the pockets?
No.
Okay. Is there anything underneath the hood that was hanging on the wall?
Is it fashion forward?
Is there a body underneath the
There's
hood?
another body hanging from that hook. Oh,
Oh snap! Just gotta be
no. There's nothing there. It's just hanging on like a wooden hook that was like nailed into the.
Now, out of everybody in the room, who would best pull off that coat?
That's a good question.
Henry.
Let's see.
You gonna roll for it?
Danielle.
Danielle.
Danielle's kind of admiring the cloak, just like, oh, it's got pockets, and you kind of get the suspicion that this is kind of like her size, actually. Officer Lee.
Annie, would you like a new coat?
I'm typically one to wear white cloaks versus black. You know, the whole MD thing.
I mean, you are in your pajamas.
Clearly, the detective has an eye for fashion. I trust him.
Fine, I grab the cloak
Huh?
and I don it on.
All right, she is wearing the cloak.
I am a woman
With
of the night now.
pockets.
With pockets.
The cloak of pockets.
Plus two extra pockets.
Storage.
Yeah. Yo.
Actually, yeah, you are actually. As you're putting it on, you actually notice that the pockets on this are like really deep. Like this is you could hide a whole like
Men's
chihuahua.
cloak.
You
It's
can
totally
hide
a men's cloak.
yeah, you can hide an entire chihuahua in this one pocket. Like that's a deep pocket.
So Danny is our
It's to
quarter, basically.
find. It's to find the dogs. To put one dog in my pocket, and then
Your dog napping?
But that is everything in this room.
All right.
So we just really need to find this tool belt, and then we can go get the power back on, and then we can leave. That's what we're looking for, right?
That's what we're looking for. We got to fix those wires
Okay.
and get the hell out of here.
Also, we may want to avoid what all these claw marks are insinuating.
Yeah, the claw marks kind of continue down the hallway, to some degree interspersed. Like maybe it's on a ceiling, maybe it's on a wall, corner,
Wait,
floor.
whoa,
On
ceiling?
the ceiling?
Oh.
That changes it because I just figured like, oh, there's dogs down the hallway.
There are dogs down the
Yeah.
hallway.
And
I bet-
still stone, or they're like
it's still
wood,
stone.
like banisters? Okay.
Nope, it's still stone. The only thing that's wood is kind of like how the doors upstairs with the metal. It was a metal framing of the door. This is now wood framing of these doors, which is why it was very easy to kind of just like bust them open, bust that one locked door open.
Remember my hypothetical dogs? We may be meeting my hypothetical dogs.
What the
Look
hell
at-
are you talking about?
I look at Mike and I'm
All
pointing
in
at
your
the claw
report.
marks in the ceiling.
It's all in your report.
It's like, see, welcome to the nightmare circus, man.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Wait, was I awake for that? Was I awake for that, or was that after I passed?
I'm starting to get an open mind as to all of the stories I've heard.
So as long as you get an open mind and not your mind opened, you'll be all right.
Facts.
I ignore that statement.
Yeah.
Walk toward the barking.
Sure. Tina froze yet again.
Hi, I can see you guys.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Good. Yeah, you're working
Hello.
now. All right.
She's trying to see if she
I have
remembers.
to just constantly move so you know
Yeah.
when I'm frozen and when I'm not.
Yeah. So moving down the corridor, so the red on the end of corridor 1 goes to the red on at the left of corridor 2. So just so
Got
you
it.
understand how it goes. Again, torches kind of line the walls. You hear the sound of the dogs is a lot louder and closer. But still, like, it seems a few rooms away. They're not as loud as before. It seems like they've been quieted in some capacity. And in the second corridor, the sounds of chanting can be heard further down past the sounds of the dogs.
Keep my firearm at the low ready.
And I put my hood on.
I don't like this.
I passed my
one hand and
baton.
torch in the other one.
I passed my baton to the cloaked psychiatrist.
There you go.
I'm not pulling out a crowbar and a gun.
It could be like a mystery novel, The Cloaked Psychiatrist.
Right? I was just thinking the same thing as that, or it's like some like mystery podcast.
Ooh.
Psychiatrist.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
So as you're making your way down this corridor, on your before where the rooms were on your left, now it seems like you have doors on your right, and you have two doors that are fairly close to each other. These look a little bit more ornate. Still, like heavy looking wooden doors, unlike the other ones were kind of flimsy, just like wood panel door or whatever. It was planks of wood, but it was like unkept, it was mildewy, it was gross, it was already busted. But these look a lot more sturdy. They're heavy wooden, bit of wrought iron, decorative doors, in heavy wooden beams inlaid into the stonework. And locking these are padlocks, large, like old-looking padlocks. The kind where the keyhole is in the front of it, not on the underside. So like big and clamping ones, you know.
Now that we hear chanting, I'd like to whisper to the group, let's keep our voices down.
I'm saying, I'm gonna start moving quietly, gun drawn.
Yep. So we can use the
Crowbar
cover
out.
of their chanting to progress down the hallway.
Try to
Question.
keep note of what's being chanted, like just to remember it.
The small screwdrivers that I have, are they about picklock size?
Yeah, I guess they could be.
Actually, Zach, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to use my phone to make a small audio, like a 10 seconds worth of it.
Can you say that again? Your audio cut out, Zach.
Oh, I'm going to use my phone to record an audio file of chanting for maybe about 10 seconds worth of it, just to have it.
Dr. Warber, if you could give me, I don't know, they have like a linguistics thing here. Language. How many languages do you speak, Dr. Warber?
Two.
What do you speak?
I speak French and Spanish.
Okay, it doesn't sound like anything you know.
Oh, no way, me too. Well, Creole and
Sorry, I
Spanish.
don't know Latin.
What about
But-
Korean?
Sumerian?
Oh,
Korean.
Nice.
Oh,
Korean. He said Korean.
I thought
no.
you said Sumerian. I was like, bruh.
you get to choose one language. Sumerian.
I'm gonna pick the most Cthulhu-ass language ever. Sumerian. Ancient Sumerian.
I ain't mad at him, but damn.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Right?
But yeah, so that's where it's kind of at now.
Do I get the
from your-
recording?
Yeah, you're able to make an audio recording. Lose 4% on your phone.
Okay.
It's safe to say that once you guys got to this more like lit corridor, you've pretty much turned off your phones, except for like the checking the time kind of thing, but that didn't use up much battery. So from this position where you're at these one of two locked doors, because there's two here. You're kind of close to each other. They're both locked the same exact way, both ornate, heavy wooden. You see one other set of doors in this hallway, and it seems like that's where the dogs are.
We're on the other set of doors farther down the hallway.
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, to answer your question, Nikki, I think these small screwdrivers could actually be small enough to, per se, pick locks.
Cool. I'm not trained in it though, and I just realized it's 1%. So I may not be the person to do this, but we have the tools if someone else wants to try.
Well, I will say this. You roll low enough, you could just use luck points to get it the rest of the way.
Might as well go for it. I don't have anything in lockpicking.
I have stuff in locks.
I mean,
Because, for patience that...
I rolled a 17. I'd have to use 16
It's a trap.
luck point.
yeah. Yeah, can I sell you on those luck points? It's either that or push.
Can I sell you on
do it
those
again?
I don't ever
Try to get. You could always try to get lower.
This is for what, a door?
The lock. This is that.
I know, but this
It's
is
a door
like
lock?
the lock
Is it
for a
open?
door.
It's a padlock to an ornate door.
Can we check
Okay,
to see if
Does
it's
the
open?
door look like it could be a closet or like a door to another like room or hallway?
Because there's such an obvious difference between these two doors, and these are, if you look at B25, you see the two red lines or whatever in the hallway side. These two doors are so obviously different than the last sets of doors that you've seen. Like I said, these are ornate. They're thick wooden doors, like thick, like dummy thick doors here. But but they are both padlocked. So it could be a crapshoot. You don't know. It's up to you. You can go through with it, or you can be like, nah, son, I'm good.
Like the chances of me rolling in the teens again is like not gonna happen. So yeah, let's go for it.
All right. Well, get rid of
16
those.
luck points. Yep.
Subtract 16 luck points, and the padlock clicks open and releases,
Yay.
allowing you to swing the thing off to the side, and kind of like it's got an old style.
I'm gonna keep the padlock for myself.
All right, cool.
I'm not gonna close it and lock it, but I'm gonna keep it and put it in the pocket.
Add a open old iron padlock to your inventory.
Grab the hook with your fist and swing it overhand right. Plow.
And
after we gotta lock something up, that could be useful.
Oh, you bash something in the face with it. I've seen it happen. It's not pretty.
Nope, it is not.
And would someone like to roll a spot hidden as the door creaks open slightly?
I'll do it. I got a 18.
Alrighty.
Nice.
So, like I said, this room was locked with large yet old and slightly rusted padlocks. This room, as you open the door, you realize is the only room not lit with torches, but again with fluorescent lighting as wires string across the walls and ceiling to a series of hanging lamps. That was a pretty good roll, so I'll give you further block text. Upon further inspection of this room seems to be a small library of some kind. Although most, if not all, of the books in this room are illegible. Not illegible like in the previous rooms, which seems to be like bedrooms. These are illegible and you don't know how to read or understand what you're looking at. So there's tomes upon tomes lining the shelves along the far walls of this room, along with what seems to be excess supplies of just bizarre things. And then on a small table, a small pedestal on the table in the center of the room, surrounded by a litany of scattered parchment with strange markings on them, sits an extremely old-looking leather-bound book with more strange markings all over it. Again, Dr. Warber, these markings are reminiscent of the ones that appeared on Jonathan Henry.
That.
I make another sign of the cross. I say, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
You know what? I do touch it.
Yep. I want to look at that table with the weird devices. You said there was like
That
weird.
cloak gave her +5.
Would you like me to check my sanity?
Courage.
There's gonna be oofa doofa. Oh, thank you so much for touching the book.
You're welcome. I like chaos.
So give me a second, because I have to. Okay. So I'm gonna, upon just touching the book, nothing happens. Just like lifting it up and kind of inspecting it, you're kind of just like, what the fuck is up with this book? Because like you're able to do that with a lot of the books in this room. You're able to like pick it up and be like, what the fuck is this? And kind of like flip through it and be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at here. Like quick glances, that's kind of what it is. Do you guys all kind of take looks around the room at books or try to get more information?
Looking for a tool belt.
No tool belt in here. No tool belt.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking around, but I'm not going to be touching much. This is all some of this La Strega shit, and I don't want to be messing with that.
La Strega shit.
All right, so the only two people kind of touching things are Dr. Warber and Remy. Officer Lee, are you just kind of like on alert? Is that what's going on?
I'm just really, really confused. Like more confused than when I woke up at the beginning of today's session.
All right. Okay, so these bizarre supplies that you're kind of looking at, you see like candles and like weird, like I wouldn't say like jelly, but you know how like in like a medical office sometimes they'll have like, ooh, I took out like, or like in a doctor's office, like, oh, this is what happens to your teeth if you don't like take care of it, and they have it like in a jar or whatever, like a model. Well, this is kind of, you find like a jar of teeth. You find fingers in a jar. You find like eyeballs of something. You don't know if they're human. You don't know if they're animals. It's just a myriad of eyeballs. There's like a whole bunch of weird witchy stuff if you gotta like throw it on something.
Yeah.
And your horoscope for today is
yeah.
Is Mercury retrograde?
I just start pointing around the room like, I don't like any of this stuff.
I open the witchy stuff.
It just okay, so there's a few witchy stuffs. There's
all the witchy stuff.
The witchy stuff. Okay, the witchy stuff that Remy is looking at is just like these like supplies that are just littered around the rooms, like a bench or another shelf over here and there. And then you're able to look, see some of the. You know what? Dr. Warber actually give me a spot hidden.
If I don't have anything in spot hidden, am I just trying to get under 25 there? Or?
Yes.
Go.
Correct.
Okay.
You got this.
It's loading.
Oh man.
Oh my god, thank god, it's just 12.
There we go.
Damn.
And that's less than
There we
half.
go.
You get that extra success or whatever that is.
So scary.
There are a few books in here that you can actually read the titles of. Like you're like pulling them off the shelves. These are like books that like they don't stand out, but you're just trying to get like a feel of like what's on these shelves, and you're reading it, and you have something that looks like it says Saracenic rituals, whatever that means. You got something that says Sussex manuscript, whatever. You think like, I think Sussex is in England somewhere or something. And then you find particularly like beautifully embroidered book. Oh, we lost Tina again. I'm actually gonna wait until she comes back because we're at the very end. Okay, she's back. Tina, we're at the very end of the session. We're almost done. You can die in 3 seconds.
Oh no!
What?
I meant like your computer can die. I meant your computer can die in like 3 seconds.
You can just die in 3 seconds.
You can just die.
I'm gonna call a who on that?
More extreme than the ring.
So
At least the other girls
anyway.
had 7 days.
So anyway, like I was saying, you like it's very ornate book binding. It's very like beautiful like calligraphy and like what is it, illuminated, almost like an illuminated manuscript in a way. It's very beautiful, great colors, golden embroidery in the binding, and you open up to the first page where like most of these books you're kind of like flipping through like none of this is like, half of this isn't in English, the other half is just like what the fucking ever, and it's like I can't read any of this. There's no like table of contents looking thing, but this is the first book that has a table of contents. And what language did you say you spoke again?
Spanish.
What was that?
French and Spanish.
Cool. Give me just a second so I can pronounce this correctly.
If you start talking backwards, Zach, I'm leaving.
No.
I'm letting you know, bro. If you start talking
this
backwards,
before, but I didn't do
I'm
it.
leaving. Oh man.
Okay, so oh wait, whoops, no, I did that wrong.
I thought, Jeff, I thought he was going to pronounce that.
Right.
What was
Okay,
that character
so,
you had that had no vowel?
In French, you see the title of this book, and it says Le Roi en Juan. Jean, Le Roi.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
You can easily understand this. It says in French, the King in Yellow. And that is where we're going to end tonight. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we hope that you'll stick around for the next game, which will be a lot sooner than this one. But until the next time we meet, just remember, the Sandman comes for the restless and weary. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Right.